I'm Casey.
I'm Joe.
And we're the McCarthys. Thanks for joining us.
We just wanted to, we told everybody we'd make a video to tell you a little bit about us and why we made this Facebook group. First, the whole thing got started. Along the way, we've made friends with Jean-Luc and Nick, and they dared us to make a video. Then after we made the video, we understood how doing the video and the reason why we made the Facebook page is it holds you accountable because now there's other people paying attention to your journey, other people watching and following along with you, and together we all make each other accountable to stick to it, and helps everybody not fail.
Right. And I've failed so many times at losing weight, so I had to do something different that was going to make me stick to it this time. So I've been to Weight Watchers in the past. I went when I was 19 years old, and I ended up losing like 90 pounds in 9 months, and the weight just fell off, and I was like, oh, this is easy. And come to find out, I had an overactive thyroid, and I was diagnosed with Graves' disease and a goiter and all these other things, and had to have radioactive iodine treatment done. And so I know what it's like to lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight. And this time we want to keep it off. We want to keep it off for good. And what better way than to be accountable for it?
Right. Last year we tried every diet under the sun.
I literally put them on a new diet every Monday. So I think we did 52 diets last year.
And the most I ever lost on any diet was 10 pounds.
Same. I lost 12.
And
gained it back, I think, in 2 weeks.
At the end of the year, I was 10 pounds heavier than I started at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, same.
So we tried Atkins.
Nothing was working.
Yeah,
I had always known that Weight Watchers was key. I always knew that in order for me to lose weight again, I needed to go back to Weight Watchers. It was actually just getting there that was hard for me. So in December of 2019, right after Christmas, I was like, okay, enough, you're joining. So I joined digitally only, and I did it on my own. I think I told you about it after I did it. And then what I did was I never followed it. I would I would track things one day, and then the next day I wouldn't, and the next day I would, and this went on for weeks. And then we went away to Florida, and it was the pictures from Florida that made me say, okay, you need to do something here. You're both out of control. You've had your fun. It's now time to shape up. So I'm 42, I'll be 43 at the end of the year, and
I'm 44. I'll be 45 in May.
Yeah, so I think it's time to start taking our health seriously, and neither one of us are ones to exercise. And I think going forward, in order for us to be strong, we need to exercise. So again, the accountability. By posting things, we're being accountable, and it really actually forces me to work out. It forces me to exercise. It forces me to eat healthier by posting my pictures. And same with you, right? Like knowing that people are watching you. I
was getting to the point where it was actually a lot harder to do my job, and it was affecting it, and I had to do something about it.
Right. So just so you know, I work for a physiotherapy clinic, and I'm an office manager. I run 2 clinics, and basically I handle all the money. So I take care of people's benefits, I build their benefit company, and then I have 3 girls that I manage, and we run 2 clinics, and it's really great. I love my job. I thoroughly enjoy it. I have 3 children. This is Joe and I's second marriage.
Yeah.
And I have 3 girls. I have 18-year-old twins and twin girls. And then I have a 7-year-old daughter named Brookie Bear. And she's watching us right now.
Behind the camera. and I also have 3 kids. I have a 17-year-old son, a 15-year-old daughter, and a 12-year-old daughter.
Yes. So we have a lot of mouths to feed, and we have a lot of opinions, and we have a lot of, I don't eat this, and I don't eat that, and I don't do this, and I don't do that. So over the last 5 years, because we've been together for 5 years, but married for 3 years, we just celebrated our 3rd anniversary. And so juggling dieting and exercise for ourselves plus all these kids on top of it.
And a crazy schedule.
Yes, because we both work full time.
And kids, you know how it is with split families. We're not the only ones. Kids in and out. They're here this day. They're not here the next day. Right. One day you're feeding 2 people. The next day you're feeding 8 people. It's
yes,
not
exactly.
easy.
So we've had to put this all into perspective, not only for us, but for an entire family. So what our intentions are with the Facebook page is to make recipes that are family friendly, stuff that our kids actually enjoy, stuff that we enjoy. Joe and I are actually very opposite when it comes to food.
Very opposite.
We get along in every aspect of our life. It's kind of crazy.
It's like our brains are hardwired.
Yeah, we always say we're hardwired.
We sit there, I'm like, oh, gee, and she's like, I was just thinking about that.
Yep,
like,
we did that on the couch the other day. I'll be like, oh, you want to know what? And he goes, I was just thinking that. I'm like, big shocker. Yeah, we're always in tune. We actually said that we wish that we could have had kids together because we think our kids would have turned out so good because we're both on the same page and we both think the same way and our parenting styles are exactly the same, and we're like, oh, I wonder what our kid would have turned out like.
Yeah. We were in the same college at the same time, the same year, and we had a mutual friend that we both hung out with and never met.
I guess it wasn't meant to be till now. But one thing that's fun about us is we eloped. So when we got married, we didn't tell the kids, we didn't tell anyone.
They knew we were engaged.
Yeah,
that's it.
Because we were engaged for a year.
Yeah.
But we took off to Fort Erie, Ontario, which is just past Niagara Falls, and we got married at this little log wedding chapel.
It was wonderful.
Oh my God.
You saw, I posted the picture
fun.
of that picture with us in the car was like right after the wedding.
Yes,
like we got in the car and that was the picture.
The wedding from beginning to end was 47 minutes because we got in the car and we started laughing. We're like, oh my God, that's 47 minutes. So we got married and all of our wedding pictures done in 47 minutes. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
And the people that owned the place were fantastic. We had a blast, loved it. We highly recommend it. So if anybody's looking to elope, message us. Or you don't even have to elope. You can have people come there. And it was so much fun. It was a really good time.
Yeah. One other thing we wanted to talk about is basically how we got, or did we already? How we got to this point, Jean-Luc and Nick.
Yeah. They're the problems that caused all this.
But it's a good problem because it's turned into we're enjoying this experience more. We're enjoying helping other people.
Oh, I want to tell you how Joe got involved with Weight Watchers, WW. So I had joined digitally, and then I came home I joined digitally, and I knew it wasn't going to work for me. I could tell. So for weeks, I was like, I got to go to a meeting. I got to join. And every Saturday morning, I got up and I was like, I'm going to go. And I wouldn't walk out the door. And finally on February 1st, I was like, that's it. I'm joining. I'm going. I don't care if you're not coming with me. I'm going. He's like, okay, no problem. So I went. I was so nervous walking in the door because it's in my town. So I was nervous about who am I going to know? Who am I going to see? And there's something that I haven't revealed or said about myself, but I had the gastric bypass surgery. And I had the full gastric bypass surgery, the Roux-en-Y. And from that surgery, I was able to lose 127 pounds, but I have not been able to keep it off. And I've kept off 73 of that, but I gained back 54 pounds, I think it is. And that's embarrassing. It's devastating to have a surgery that everybody thinks is a permanent fix, but it's not. You learn little ways around it. You learn how to eat a little bit more each and every day. You learn ways of like making a plate of food, and you realize, okay, well, I know I can only eat this much right now, but give it about 15 minutes for it to pass, and then I can fill my stomach again. There's a lot of things about the gastric bypass surgery that are misconceptions. It's an amazing surgery in the sense that I lost 127 pounds in no time, but I was eating such small portions, and that's very unrealistic. And that's why I feel WW is more realistic. You get to eat real food, real portion sizes. You get to, it's a lifetime
It's a lifestyle change.
Yes, it's completely realistic. So I was at a point where I had gotten so big that I was like, I have to do something drastic. I'm going to be this way the rest of my life, and I can't live like this. And it wasn't until I had Brooke that I started packing on the weight again. And that's when I now came to a point where I'm like, this is it. I have to do something. So that's why I'm back at Weight Watchers. And I'm hoping this time that I can change things up so that I can keep the weight off and never gain it back again. Because I really don't want to go through this the rest of my life.
No.
But for Joe, so I went to one of the meetings and I loved our coach, Dave. Sorry, that's our puppy. I loved our coach, Dave. He was fantastic. It's like going to a comedy show every Saturday morning.
He makes the meetings so much fun. It's just great to be like we only got to go to 4 or 5 meetings.
It wasn't a lot.
And then now we have to do virtual.
Right. So I came
but
home.
But virtual is fun too.
Virtual's fun. I actually enjoy the virtual. But I came home and I said, you gotta come to WW. It is so much fun. The leader is hilarious. And he had no interest, and he kept going, oh yeah,
I after last year and all the diets we went through, I said, listen, you put me through torture. I followed everything you said, but unless you're gonna stick to this for like a month, I'm not doing it. I need to see some commitment on your end,
yes,
and then I'll jump in because it didn't happen last time.
So I came home and I'm like, you gotta come. He's hysterical. And he goes, okay, fine. And I said, no, you're joining and you're gonna sign up right now. So he went online, joined up, and then he came to the first meeting with me. He was hooked. Yeah. He's like, oh my God, you're right. He's hysterical. And I said, this guy, Dave, is gonna keep us on this.
Yeah.
So if you don't go to meetings and you're just digital, you're missing out. One of the biggest things that we've enjoyed since February 1st is all the people we've met, the little friendships we've made, hearing people that are going through the same thing as you, bouncing ideas off of each other, finding out about Premier Protein, which is lifesaver.
Yeah.
I just want to express how important it is to get involved. And I think that's also part of accountability, because you get to see how other people are doing, and it promotes wellness. And at the end of the day, we all have the same goal, and we all want to see each other succeed. So that's what we say is get involved. So go to the meetings.
Mostly that's the biggest part for us making this Facebook page, is to try and be more involved and get other people more involved.
And by hosting challenges, it keeps you accountable, and it's just kind of fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah. So
so thanks everybody for being our friend on Facebook. We had no idea we would have this many followers already. It was funny because as soon as Nick posted it, Joe's phone was going ding, ding,
it just blew up.
Ding, ding, ding. We're like, holy cow. Thanks, Nick.
Anyway, there'll be more videos in the future. We just wanted to have a little one just to let you know us. And
get to know us and who we are. Oh, and we live in Amherstburg, Ontario. I meant to say that at the beginning. So hopefully we'll get to meet some people too.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye.